Hi everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss about Gini index. This Gini index is the one of the measurement of best split of a attribute. Or now we are in the concept of measures for best split, or you may call selection of attribute, right? So under that, now we are in third measurement, that is Gini index. This Gini index is used in CART algorithm as well as IBM intelligent minor concepts. Okay, CART is one of the decision tree algorithm which we have discussed in earlier classes, and this kind of measurement is used in some mining concept which is developed through IBM. Okay, first of all, this Gini index considers a binary split for each attribute. Okay, it consider only binary split. If one attribute may have, okay, different values, isn't it? If it is, for example, your attribute is marital status. Assume your attribute is marital status. So this marital status attribute may have the values of one is married, second one is single, third one is divorced. So what it is, your marital status attribute may have three different values, right? But this is which kind of attribute? It is a discrete categorical kind of attribute. Okay, marital status is a discrete categorical kind of attribute. Okay, this attribute has three values. Okay, but here the Gini index only okay provide binary split only, but here we have three splits, three branches for this marital status, but it provides only two splits. Okay, now what we have to do? Two means binary split for discrete values, or you may apply binary split for continuous values. For any kind of attributes, okay, it may be discrete attributes with multiple values, or it may be continuous attributes with multiple number of values, whatever it may be, it would perform only binary split. Okay, in this case, here we are going to uh, find out the subsets for these three values. Okay, subsets for these three values, then we can find out Gini index based on the subsets. Subsets in the sense just combining of these two values. Okay, if you want to binary split in the sense, just okay, take one root node for marital status, and next first split, and this is second split. Here you are going to combine these three values. You may take first set as left branch married, and divorced. Married and divorced. You should combine married and divorced under one branch. Second branch automatically you may take the single is second branch. This is one kind of, this is one subset, this is another subset. Okay, combining these tuples, combining these values, or you may take or otherwise you can take married and single one set, divorced is another, or you can take one more subset, that is divorced and single is one subset, married is another subset. Like that you are going to combine these values into subsets. Okay, based on those subset, here we are going to calculate the Gini index here, right? This is the process of taking the subsets for multi-valued attributes, right? Okay. First of all, if you want to calculate the Gini index for a particular attribute, then first of all, we would calculate the Gini index for total data set, whichever we have. For that, here we are having some equation. What it is? Gini of total data set D equal to 1 minus sigma j equal to 1 to n. Okay, Pj whole square. What is P here? Probability. Probability of class labels. J is class label 1. You may represent for second class label is J is 2. Third class label is J is 3, like that. So J represents the class label numbers. P is the probability of that class labels. Okay, this is the calculation of overall Gini index for a total data set. Okay, then this is the first equation 1. Coming to the second equation, what is the second equation here? We have the second equation is calculating of Gini split for a particular attribute, selected attribute of a given data set, that equal to correspondence of D1 by correspondence of D into Gini of D1 plus correspondence of D2 by D into Gini of D2. This is the calculation of Gini index for a particular attribute. And finally here we are going to calculate the total measurement of Gini at a particular attribute is. For that, here we are going to combine, here we are going to use the equation 1 and equation 2 values. Okay, this is Gini of total data set minus Gini at particular Gini data at particular attribute of data set. So this is the overall Gini index value for the particular attribute. Okay, these are the three formulas we have in this index, right? Finally, here we are having one statement, that is the attribute which attribute provides the smallest Gini index, then you may select that particular point is the split node. Okay, so here till now we have calculated, we have taken maximum values for previous highest values. For information gain is among the all the values which node represent the highest information gain, then we would choose that particular attribute. Even for gain ratio also same. But coming to the Gini index, okay, at which set the Gini index is less, then that particular subset is the best split for a selected attribute. Okay, now if we select one attribute, okay, based on that attribute, for that attribute here, if we will perform a calculation of Gini index, performing the Gini index based on the subsets. Okay, based on the subset. Which subset, okay, which combination of subset would give minimum Gini value? So that subset is the best split. Okay, that is the important point in this Gini index. Here we should remember 2 points in this Gini index. The first point is the Gini index is considered only binary split. Binary split. How many number of you have in under your attribute? Okay, we won't bother about that. But here we should consider only binary splits, either for discrete values or for continuous values. Okay, that is first important point in Gini index. Coming to the second important point, based on the subsets, okay, based on the subsets of a particular attribute, here we are going to calculate Gini index, right? Which subset has produced minimum Gini value, then that particular subset, then that particular subset is a best split for that particular attribute here, right? These are the two important points in Gini index. Let us see one example for this. Okay, this is the one of the example for this, right? Okay, here this is the data set. Okay, this is the data set I have taken for this measurement. Under this data set, already we know that here the total number of records are 14 into this data set. Out of 14, 9 number of records are represented with S class label, and 5 number of records are represented with the no class label. Okay, so for this, first of all, what is our first equation? Our first equation is calculation of Gini index for a total data set, isn't it? So then here we are going to calculate, substitute the values in equation 1, that is 1 minus 9 by 14. 9 is S number of class labels. 9 by 14 whole square minus no number of class label by total number of class labels whole square, that equal to 0.459. Okay, this is the value for the Gini for total data set. Now here I am going to calculate the Gini for a selected attribute. That attribute is called income. Now I'm going to calculate the Gini for the income attribute. First of all, okay, observe this particular income attribute values. Here, under the income, here we are having 3 values. What are those? One is high, second one is medium, and third one is low. These are the 3 values we would find under income attribute, right? So it's impossible for going a binary split. What we have to do now? We should make these 3 values into subsets. How many number of subsets we are going to, how many number of subset we are going to perform? Okay, here for this 3, now for that there is one formula is there, that is 2 to the power of v. Okay, 2 to the power of v. Here v is assume, or v is a total number of values under a particular attribute, right? Here how many number of values we have? 3 number of values. So you may take 2 to the power of 3. Now that equal to 8. Okay, now here you can consider these 3 values are 8 number of subsets. 8 number of subsets. How how you are going to make the subsets? Okay, first subset is, subset 1 is, you may take high, medium and low. That is subset 1. What is the first subset? High, medium, low is this is subset 1, comma. Subset 2 is high, comma, medium, and subset 3 is high, comma, low. Next subset is medium, comma, low, and after that you may consider single subsets also, H, then medium, and then low, finally empty set. Okay, now how many subsets we have? Total 8 number of subsets we got from these 3 values of a income attribute, right? Like this, here you are going to frame your subsets. Now then after this, you know now how to take these combinations. One subset is, now you may take one subset is, suppose assume HM is left branch, or L is right branch, or you may take HL is left branch, M is right branch, or you may consider ML is one branch and H is another branch, or you may take HML is one branch, empty set is another branch, like this. Okay, you may take, if you want to calculate, suppose assume this is a, okay, income attribute. Now you want to split this income attribute into 2 branches. If this is the first branch, assume HML is the first branch. What is the second branch? Automatically second branch is empty set only. What is the second branch? Second branch is empty set only. Why? Because under this we have considered 3 values HML. Or otherwise, if your left side is HM is the your left child. Okay, so H over M is over. What is the leftover value? Leftover value is automatically L. So you may consider the second set is L here. Second set is L here. So like that, okay, like that, here you are going to take the combination of subsets and you would calculate the Gini index for the combination of subsets here, the combination of subsets here, right? So here you may get obviously minimum 3 to 4 subsets, 3 to 4. Okay, 3 to 4 subsets we are going to calculate the Gini index. right? So this is the way of calculation. Okay, if you will observe this one, now at this place here we are going to calculate under income Gini for income attribute. Income is belongs to, the first one is low medium. What is the first left branch? Left branch is low comma medium. Automatically what is the right branch? Right branch is high. Right branch is high. Left branch is a combination of low comma medium. Here I am combining these two values under one branch. H is another branch, another what outcome of a income, branch of a income, right? So low, medium, and high. In the same manner, you are going to calculate for all combinations. Clear? Right. Now, so before going to calculate this one, first of all, we would check how many number of values are there for low and how many number of values are for their medium. So here we are having, assume this is H, this is medium, and this is L. Okay. In this particular table, okay, you can find 4 number of high values under the income attribute, 6 number of medium values, then 4 number of again low values. So 4 plus 6 plus 4 are total are the 4 plus 6 plus 4, 14. Here these are all the 14. So total how many records we have? Only 14 records we have in this particular table, right? Okay. So if we count this also same, high 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is the high values under the income. So medium are 6, low are 4, right? After this, now how many number of, here I have combined low and medium. So how many tuples would come under low comma medium values? So 6 plus 4, 6 plus 4, 10. Okay, 10 records. So this is the 10 records. Here I have represented 10 records out of 14 records. 10 records out of 14 records. After that, under high, how many records are there? 4 records, 4 tuples out of 14. Okay, out of 14. So 10 by 14 plus 4 by 14. Clear? After that, Gini of D1, Gini of D2. Now we are going to calculate the Gini of D1 and Gini of. What is Gini of D1? It is, okay. So total 10 number of records are there within this table. So this is a sub formula, right? 1 minus 7 by 10 whole square minus 3 by 10 whole square. This is Gini of D1. Okay. So out of 10 records, how many yes class labels are there? How many no class labels are there? Okay, here we have combined medium and low under into a single subset, right? Here under a single subset. Now we are going to calculate how many number of S are there, how many number of no's are there total under low and medium. Better first we would calculate this one. Okay, high has only 4 number of records. For this also 1 minus, okay, 2 by 4 whole square minus 2 by 4 whole square, which means 2 S number of class labels are there, 2 no number of class labels are there under 4. Let us check. Okay, how many S number of class labels are there? How many no number of class labels are there under high value, right? See, these are the high. Already I have tick marked. So 1, 2. 2 number of no's are there. So no's are 2. How many yes? 1. This is 1. 2 number of S are there. Is it correct? These are the 2 number of S class labels, 2 number of no class labels by total. Total are 2 plus 2, 4 by 4. whole square. This is for what? This is for high. Okay, Guinea income at the place high. This is the formula for this one. Plus here already 4 records are over. 4 records are over. Remaining 10 records are left. Under this 10 records, here 2 records are substituted with no. Actually, how many no's are there in our table? 5 number of no's are there in our table. Okay, 5 number of nodes are there. Out of 5 number of no class labels, 2 is okay represented under high. 2 is represented high. How many are leftover records? 3. Okay, 3 no's are there. Okay, 5 minus 2 is 3, right? So here I have substituted the 3 by 10. 3 no class labels are there. Okay, till now how many class labels we have represented? 2 plus 2 plus 3, which means 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3, 7. Out of 14 records, we have represented 7 records, right? So how many are pending? 7 minus 7, automatically 7 records are there. 7 S class labels are there under medium and low. Let us check. Okay, this is 1 S, this is 1 S, this is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 S class labels are there. Yes, these are 7. 7 by 10. 3 no class labels are there. Let us check. Okay, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Yes. Okay, 3 no class labels, 7 S class labels are there. This is the formula. This is the equation for calculating the Gini. Okay, for income attribute with the subsets of low comma medium is one subset, another subset is high. Okay, then after calculating this, you may get complete. After calculating this, you may get some value of 0.450. It's a 0.450. Assume this is the value total. Assume just this is a total value for Gini index at a particular income attribute of the combination of subsets of L comma M and H. Okay, for this. In the same way, in the same manner, here you are going to calculate this Gini index for the remaining subsets in income under income attribute. Okay, so I'll show you the remaining values also. Okay, these are the remaining subset whichever we have. One is low comma high and medium. Okay, for this the Gini index is 0.315, and for some one more another set is there, medium comma high and low. This is another subset. For this the Gini index value is 0.300. Okay, till now we have calculated 3 combined subsets Gini index, isn't it? Out of these three Gini index values, which one is the lowest Gini index value? So that particular, so now tell me that which one is lowest value? Obviously this one. Why? Because this is 0.300, this is 0.315. Previously whichever we have calculated, that is 0.450. This is 0.450. Among these three values, okay, which subset has minimum Gini index value, that is 0.300. So we may take this one is the best split. Okay, this one is the best split for income attribute. Okay, finally you would take income attribute. Okay, that income attribute can be performed binary split, okay, by using Gini index. So here you can take one subset is high, okay. Okay, here one is represented with high, and another one is represented with, sorry, high comma h comma m, and second branch is represented with L. Okay, this is final result for this income. So this is the best split among three combinations. Whatever we have calculated till now, okay, this is one combination. Okay, this is one combination. The second combination is low comma high, and medium is another combination. What is the third combination? What is third combination? Low comma medium and high is third subsets. Okay, out of these three subsets, this one is the best one. This one is the best one to split the given income attribute. So it has medium and high is left part, left child, or low is right child of a income here, right? This is about Gini index. Thank you.